So we need to detangle this MEX 2.0 economics. We got the white paper from Lucian Todea, 24 pages. I went through 5, 6, 10 times. I lost count, to be honest. This is the fourth take of this video, but right now I am going to detangle it because it is a maze a bit. It is a bit complicated, and I'm not saying that you need a diploma to understand it, but certainly you need some reading until you wrap your head around what it is going to be the utility, what will be the benefits, and what you can and cannot do in the future. So let's start. First of all, let's start with MEX version 1 and version 2, because this is going to be version 2. And version 1 is MEX and locked MEX. Now, the thing is that I don't think originally the team planned to have two separate tokens. However, locked MEX became a different token and MEX just disappeared in the abyss. It was forgotten, the price was plummeting, obviously. Now everybody was screaming for utility for MEX. In the meantime, they were trading locked MEX, they were farming locked MEX, and they were also receiving locked MEX from NFT staking. Therefore, Lucian Todea and ELROND team, or MultiverSX team, came out with this big utility, with this big plan, this infrastructure, which puts MEX in a different spot. Now, locked MEX as separate token disappears because it will be non-transferable. MEX is the first-class citizen of the X exchange, formerly Maiar DEX, and locked MEX will be something like MEX staked. The reason you will not be able to transfer it is because it is going to be something like staked EGLD. You can't send around EGLD staked either, so this will be something like that. But we have one more thing to add here, and that is the energy, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. So today at 10 PM, locked MEX will not be transferable anymore. You cannot buy any more locked MEX. The only way to get locked MEX will be to buy MEX and then lock it. But before we go into the locked MEX benefits, let's talk about MEX. What will be the MEX and how we will use it? Well, MEX will be something like the Uniswap token for the Uniswap DEX. You will be able to buy it on on-ramp partners like MoonPay, Ramp, Transact, so on. You will be also buy it on other exchanges. If it's going to be listed, probably will, because it was mentioned in the white paper. And obviously you can also swap EGLD or any other coin which is available on the Maiar DEX or X exchange from 8th of December to MEX. Now you will lock that MEX, and that is how you get locked MEX. Now let's talk about how you will use locked MEX. Well, first of all, if you don't have any locked MEX, or if you want more, from tomorrow you will need to buy MEX and you need to lock it. This lock is not on a certain period of time. It will be just locked as you stake EGLD, but you will not get any benefits if you just lock it indefinitely, and indefinitely can mean that forever and until tomorrow. There will be no penalty if you want to unlock it and spend the MEX. However, there is a catch, and that is the energy. Because as you can see, a MEX locked is worthless. It will not bring you any benefits unless you lock it for a certain period of time. Yes, this is like a second grade lock, because you will be able to lock it for 1, 2 or 4 years. And based on how long you lock it and how much MEX you have, or locked MEX you have, you will get a battery, an energy bar. And based on that energy bar, which is discharging over time, you will get the benefits. The benefits are distributed not based on how much locked MEX you have, but based on how much energy you have on the platform. And that is calculated based on how much locked MEX you have and for how much time you locked it in. This is the second stage lock. There will be no need to further stake for farming and meta bonding. We will go into that just a second. Before we go forward, let's discuss about this energy charging and the discharging. As they wrote in the white paper, 100 locked MEX without energy is worthless. It will not bring you any benefits. However, one locked MEX with 100 energy point will already bring you some benefits. Therefore, it is much more powerful than the other way around. As I mentioned, you need to charge it, meaning that you need to lock it for a certain amount of time, 1, 2 or 4 years. Every day of lock is 1 energy point per locked MEX. So if you have 1 locked MEX and you lock it for 1 year, that is 365 energy point. And after locking it, your energy will discharge day by day. Now, obviously, you will not have 365 energy points if you have 1 million MEX, because then you will have 365 million energy points and you will get the benefits based on that. Now there is also another part of this story, because what if you change your mind in the meantime and you want to discharge it? Because locked max cannot be unlocked into max, it has energy on it. So you have two options. One, you wait until the end of the period and you just wait until it discharges, obviously. And the second one is you discharge it manually, let's say, so you will pay a fee for that. And I have to say the fees are quite high. So the team really motivates us to keep the locked max with the energy locked for the time being or for the period we chose. Here on this graph you can see how much you need to pay if you want to unlock it, and I'm gonna just show you the two extremes. One is the 40%, which is the lowest, and one is the 80%, which is the highest. So if you lock in your max today and you lock it for 4 years and you want to unlock it and sell the max tomorrow, you will pay 80%. This 80% is 80% of your coins. So if you lock 100 coins today for 4 years and you want to discharge it tomorrow, you will get only 20 locked max discharge, which you can just swap back to max. Hope it's understandable. And as you can see on this graph here next to me, the period, between years is linear. So 1.5 years will be something like 50 or 45%. We will discuss what happens with the fees just in a second, but before that we will talk about the benefits, because we didn't talk about the good part of this whole locking mechanism, did we? So I would mention 3 major parts of the benefits, okay? One, you don't need to lock it or stake it the max locked max farm. You will get all the APRs, all the benefits from the farming just by holding locked max and having energy on it. Obviously, this will be based on energy points as well. Second one, on the launchpad tiers. You will get extra lottery tickets based on how much energy you have, and as we discussed just a minute ago, your energy points is calculated based on how much locked max you have and for how long you locked your locked max. It's a bit strange to say lock your locked max. You have to lock it twice. Next one is meta bonding. Meta bonding will be exclusively for people who hold locked max and lock it for a certain period of time. The EGLD stake will not be accounted for anymore. So if you want to participate in meta bonding and you staked some EGLD only for that, then you might want to exchange it for max, for locked max, and charge it for a certain period of time, because EGLD staked in meta bonding will be no longer accounted for. You will not get any rewards for EGLD staked from meta bonding. Okay, this is not the normal staking. We only talk about locked max and farming and meta bonding here, not about the staking rewards for EGLD. That is another story. Now there are some extra benefits as well, and those are for early birds. You see, on 8th of December there will be an X exchange launch, and that is the new Maiar exchange, and everybody who swaps their version 1 tokens to version 2 tokens, I'm talking about the locked max, they will get a meta bonding reward boost, which can be from 2 times more to 10 times more. I think this depends how many people will do this swap in the first 30 days. And you will also get an NFT, which you can exchange it in the next launchpad or launchpad listing for a guaranteed winner ticket. Therefore, if you exchange your version 1 tokens to version 2 tokens, then you will get this NFT and you will have 1 ticket for sure as a winner ticket on the launch of Hatem. We will discuss about Hatem in the next video, because they are the next launchpad project and they were announced on X Day. So let's go forward, because locked max will also have governance powers. People will be able to vote on future developments on the X exchange and some of the decisions. Now obviously the team will not hand over all the decisions to the people, but at certain point we will have a say what to do, how to move forward. For example, on 28th of November there will be the first vote, and after that there will be also another vote where we can decide how much percentage from the fees to go to the people, how much it should be burned. And yes, this is the part which I said that we are going to discuss, what happens to the fees which are paid in the accelerated discharge. So 50% as it stands right now will go to the holders and 50% will be burned, because the tokenomics of the max will also become kind of deflationary. It is becoming 3 times more deflationary already, and as it is planned right now, by the 8th year the emissions will be 0, or it will be emissions only to cover the rewards and other miscellaneous activities, and this will also be put to vote. Should it be deflationary, or should they just have enough emission to cover everything they need in the ecosystem? As you can see, we really made some noise, and the team knows that yes, the community wants to be involved in the MEX economics, because yes, it was neglected for some time. But yeah, right now we have this big paper, big developments, and let's see how it will impact the MEX price. Now, I'm just checking my notes here because we still need to talk about a couple of things. As you remember from the first part of the video, sorry for that, the MEX or the locked MEX will not be transferable, meaning that you will not be able to send it through wallets, just in some special cases like compromised wallet. There will be no more possibility for projects to pay you rewards in locked MEX if you, for example, stake NFTs with them. Now, there are some exceptions because projects right now can be whitelisted and they can be granted some certain rights, so to say, so they can pay out people in locked MEX. However, selling and buying locked MEX will be absolutely forbidden. Therefore, platforms who based all their activities on buying and selling locked MEX, well, they will need to shut down. And that is locked MEX trades something, which I never used, to be honest, but I should have. So in conclusion, what I think, is this good or bad? Certainly it is much better than what we had before. I don't know if we needed this kind of infrastructure and this kind of planning, because I'm still thinking and I'm still feeling that I'm leaving out a couple of stuff, but this is what I could just smash into one video. I think these are the most important things which we need to know about the version 1 and version 2 locked MEX. So in conclusion, what I would say is that I'm happy to have this big white paper. I am happy that they want to include the MEX token in the future features, let's say, X Portal, X Word, X Money, because yeah, why would we have a first class citizen token of our DEX if there is no utility to it and we cannot do anything with it, and nobody wants it, obviously. Therefore, the price is just dropping and dropping and dropping. And obviously, we should all keep in mind that we got MEX for free, only for staking EGLD. Therefore, we shouldn't really complain. However, if you already have it, why not give it some value? Thanks for watching. This was all for today. Hope this was understandable. Hope I didn't rumble too many stupid things here. If you liked it, just share it or leave a comment what you think. Whatever you see fit. See you next time.